all, this is Simran Kaur. You're watching eSpotlight, a program brought to you by Golden Jubilee Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Today I have with me Ms. Smiley Chaudhary, founder .Sort, and she is very proudly adding life to the walls. I welcome you.
Thank you so much. What an honor and what a phrase. Adding life to the walls.
You are definitely adding life to the walls.
Thank you.
So if I talk about your journey, if I specifically take this field, art, do you think you're working or you're just following your passion?
I started with following my passion, but I'm super glad that in 10 years I've reached the place people started recognizing and people started acknowledging art in Punjab. Otherwise, art is not a flavor for Amritsar. This place like Amritsar. Amritsar is a place of clothing and food. So art was never was enjoying the place what it deserves to be. But now, at this point of time, when people come to me of their own, when they reach out to me anyhow, from different sources, I feel glad. Yes, I made a market. I'm super glad.
So, I come from family of artists.
Uh-huh.
So if I specifically we talk about Golden Temple. It has beautiful frescoes on the wall. We have had artists like Gyan Singh Nakash.
Yes.
We have had
Hari
G.S.
Singh.
Sohan Singh artists.
Absolutely,
And
yes.
we have had Thakur Singh.
Yes.
We have Indian Academy of Fine Arts here.
Yes, we do have.
Right? So, but if I talk about all these artists and if I see their life, we see that there was struggle. From that time till now, we have moved towards commercializing art.
Yeah.
Right? How do you take up that journey? Because a lot of times I hear people, for example, if it's a budding entrepreneur starting in the field of art, if you make something and with the purpose of selling it, right? People a lot of time question, can't you just do it for free?
Absolutely.
How do you deal with such a situation?
So I started my own venture with the first thought in my mind was, I will not be bichari. So this word should not come into my field because I am proudly representing what art is, and I'm equally proud of what our artists have already done for our town, for the country, and for the temples. So we should not feel bad about it. So with that zone, I started my work, and if we feel Simran, if we feel proud about what we do, people appreciate that.
Right.
They react accordingly. So I think we should be fine and we should be okay with what we are doing. We should be confident enough. So what we are doing about.
Right. So you visited our incubation center.
Yes.
Right. How do you think such initiatives can find their way to success through the incubation centers? Because if I specifically have to talk about this affair, a lot of people are not aware about how to become an entrepreneur. The journey gets a little hard in the beginning because you do not have the way, you do not have the contacts. So how do you think this increasing trend of incubation centers like JGCEI is going to be one way to help these entrepreneurs?
I'm associated with Fikiflow Amritsar. I'm an executive member there, and when we get to know that there's an incubation center, that was the first time for me. I've heard that incubation center is there. So I'm born, brought up, based in Amritsar only, and I was quite surprised. Oh my God, I'm looking for BNI Dubai. I'm looking for Thai Delhi, but see, we have startup cell in our town.
Yeah.
So that was a surprise to me. And I'm so happy to visit your department. I've seen Golden Jubilee department earlier.
Yeah.
So now it's a total change.
Yeah.
It's a total change. And I compliment the way you are taking it further. So in such short span, you've really taken it far. And congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And it's going to really help us. Those people, those who are just new to these businesses, just starting up with startups. So we really look for some platform. We really look forward for some help, for some favors, because everybody cannot have all the resources.
Right.
You have to procure something other, from others. So I think this startup cell in our town only is a big help to us.
Yeah. So if I'm talking about the characteristics, that an entrepreneur should have, moving to different industries, do you think those remain the same? if I'm talking about the kind of patience you should have, if I'm talking about the kind of perseverance you should have in your character, do you think there's something specific to your field that is different, that is distinct from every other industry?
Simran, you forgot something. There's one more field, that is investment.
Right.
I think it's very important. It's an important part.
Mhm.
And yes, whatever. When we start up with the startup, like we have to put all our efforts
Mhm.
with a proper focus. We are going to do this, and it has to be done.
Yeah.
So, so I think every field has a struggle of its own.
Mhm.
But yes, these are the phases everybody has to pass through.
Right. So what's your business plan? How do you prepare a business model?
So, in my firm, the Dot Sort, we do artworks. Basically, I'm a wall sculptor.
Yeah.
I sculpt on walls. So, I have a great team with me. And what we do is we work with administration, we work with organizations, we work with interior designers and architects, and we do residences, hotels, reception desks, and cafeterias. And I'm doing a lot of, at this point of time, I'm doing facade. People want 3D facade. Now the tastes have changed.
Yeah.
So somebody is asking me to make a cowboy and a cowgirl at the entrance of their home theater.
Right.
So I think it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Means I've got a lot of ideas, and I create a lot of innovations through people. Through the clients only. So my work structure is I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to continue with the same factor, and I am going to reach to more and more architects, to the interior designers, and to get more of the public spaces. And also I'm doing the project Waste to Wonder, by the name of Waste to Wonder, where I'm utilizing waste in making the sculpture, in beautifying something. Like that's my main motto for upcoming public spaces.
Well, that indeed is great. And I'd like our viewers to know that you're proprietor, Thara School of Art, where you take up spreading knowledge about art and teaching art. So, how did you initiate with that? Where did that idea strike you?
So when I'm working continuously, I'm learning a lot.
Mhm.
So I always believe in imparting the knowledge what I'm getting already, with my experience, with my work experience, with the techniques. So at Thara School of Art, we provide the information, and I take workshops. What I learned, I teach to you. It should reach to everybody. So I cannot live for long, and more than that. So, but I want this art, this field I've started with, it should go further. My students will take it further. So it should spread, throughout the globe. So with that motto, I am providing workshops in Thara School of Art, where I'm teaching wall murals in different mediums, which includes cement, which includes POP, which includes marble cutting, and which includes fiber.
All right. So, if I have to ask you a very dicey question,
Okay.
you have taken up your passion as work.
Yeah.
Do you ever reach a point where it saturates you, where Smiley gets tired, where you think about, I just need a rest from this now? Does it ever happen to you?
It happens. Recently also it happened, but with God grace, I stick to it again, because I thought it is an only option. I haven't kept any other options,
Yeah.
for me. So
That's
this
what
is the
an
only
entrepreneur
option.
does.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
that's
You
what an
give,
entrepreneur does.
you give up many a times. Sometimes if it is monetarily, sometimes if you're not getting a right people, right staff to help you. So if you're not having a right team, or if your team member leaves you in between. So I think there are many number of times when you just give up. Oh my God, what should I do?
But then,
I'm
do you
gone.
think at those times that it's important to have a backup? Do you ever feel that you should have had a backup?
So Simran, that's what you're providing to us. I think that's gonna support me. So I'm really hoping a lot from you guys. So I'm expecting together we can definitely make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So an entrepreneurial journey is about finding the right people to just hold hands with.
Absolutely.
And going ahead together, right?
It is a teamwork.
It is a team.
Only those people can join me, those who trust,
Mhm.
on me, on my work. Those who want to learn, those who are keen to work in a market, those who are keen to those who want to experiment with the clients,
Yeah.
how they work and how the payments are being made and how they make accounts and everything.
So since you mentioned clients,
Yeah.
how do you deal with the difficult ones?
You picked up the difficult ones,
Yeah.
right? So no one is that difficult, I think. But as I said earlier, you asked me one question before. People want it for free. So when you start working on one thing and people want, we need this also to be done. Can you do this in the same amount what we started with?
Yeah.
So this is a problem. I think I cannot change the art cult instantly. Like it may take time. It
Yeah.
may take generations.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it is being introduced. Gradually, it will be sorted out.
So if I talk about arts as a subject, we still have a mindset by a lot of people that a lot of people don't follow it because it's not that they find it's
Glamorous?
not that glamorous.
Yeah.
Yes, glamorous is the right word.
Yeah.
But even in the curriculum,
Yeah.
I mean, we all have that drawing period. We have the fine arts period. It's
Yeah.
taken up like that. But it was how to put it into words. I mean, it's not. It's taken up as a free period, if I have to say that.
Yeah.
So how do you take up that? I mean, how do you think the trend is changing?
So glamour part should be here, I think, and glamour, money brings glamour. So the walls I'm doing, so I'm proudly saying in front of camera. So walls I'm doing, it's like 3.5, 2.5. It's not a small amount. If you're completing a wall in 1 month, it's not a small amount. You can make a big margin. This is what glamour is.
Yeah.
Right? If you're doing 20 walls all together, you're designing it and getting it done like from your artist, from your team at the same point of time, and you have a good control on your accounts also. I think you can fetch a good glamorous field. So art is been a glamorous field since long. You might have heard of selling out a painting in Delhi Christie's gallery or in Delhi.
Right,
It's in billions and millions. But the artist's journey was so strugglesome. After their death, after they're like they died out of pain and hunger, and uske baad unki painting has started selling it like in billions.
Right.
Like now the trend has changed. People want the fancy things. I think we can take a chance. We can take a chance, and it is happening. It is working.
So that dialogue that in the three idiots, where this actor wants to take up his passion, and
Yes.
Abba nahi manenge.
Yeah.
Do you think that particular trend is changing? Do you think our families are now easy to convince, or how do you think one should follow that if that particular part is difficult?
So I was lucky enough. I am lucky enough. My parents have always supported me in this, and my husband and my in-laws are also being supported me because they've seen me working so hard and following my passion.
Yeah.
I think nowadays, if you're earning enough for yourself, or if you're so focused about what you want to do,
Yeah.
every parent supports you. They want you to come up with, but the era has changed already. If we talk about a decade, if you go to a decade back, so then that was a time when people never wanted their kids to opt for art, because
Right.
but now because of social media, everybody has a social media handles and everybody's performing and making art and selling it off through online and offline. So I think people are supporting. Parents are quite supportive because the students I've got in Tara School of Art, so their parents willingly come to me and want their children to learn, and they really want their children to be empowered of different skills. So I think it's growing. Market is growing.
Well, your journey has been pretty interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely, it's been
Thank
pretty
you.
interesting,
Yes,
and I
it is
hope
indeed.
that we can see colors on all the walls. I hope because I see that the artist lives for centuries.
Yeah.
When you do something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
So-
I have all the walls in Amritsar got 3D sculpted. If you go to Hall Bazaar, there's a hall gate wall where
Yeah.
I've depicted the gate wall history, how the gates happened by Maharaj Jit Singh Ji, and how what English people came up with new ideas and how they do. I just depicted all the story and got a chance, and I'm grateful to the administration who gave me the chance to depict it on a main wall.
Yeah.
So it is on the Hallgate wall. Then I've depicted like a lot of. I've made 5 statues, the main statues which are promoting Ma Boli Punjabi.
Yeah.
At Golden Gate, at Crystal Chowk, at Novelty Chowk, at Hallgate, and I've also done administration's main wall and municipal corporation's main wall. I've also done Gumtala Bypass Chowk.
Right.
So I think these are the public spaces, and people are enjoying looking at art, and
Actually.
it's really because Amritsar is a town where we get ample of visitors every day. So they even visitors also they enjoy seeing colorfuls and sculpted areas. They enjoy art.
So as I started with, you're adding life to the walls.
Thank you so much.
Before concluding this interview, I'd
Yeah.
like you to share any message that you have for the budding entrepreneurs.
You should stick up with your passion, and it's not just I'm just not saying you should also research on how much the caliber and capacity your business your idea has. You should research on it first, then you should start following it up. uh, Start if you say you are into photography, just start where where it is more demanded and which area you should go. So you should have all the things on your tips, then you should just start following up your passion as a startup. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us. And I am totally sure that a lot of people are going to be motivated by this. A lot
Thank
of
you
people
so
are
much,
going to be
Simran.
motivated
It's
by
been
this.
it's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be coming up with more interviews. This is Simran Kaur signing off. Stay tuned.